Welcome back, everybody, to We Are TPM with myself, Kyle Teixeira. John Teixeira is sitting across the table staring at me right now.
Yo.
And you're back with us at We Are TPM. So this week we are going to talk about, continue our series about the 9 common concerns when thinking of renting your home. This week, the common objection is it a good time to rent my home?
There you go. That's just probably a really common thing for people to think about when they're even considering it is this even a good time, right? Because if they've never been a landlord before, they have no idea, right? So it's easy for you and I to answer that question. And people that have homes already are able to answer that question. A lot harder for that person that's never even considered it.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we can look at this from really 2 aspects, market conditions and actual time of year. Right. So it's part of the concern, whether is it October and you're thinking about renting your home, or is it May and you're thinking about renting your home? So just to keep this, ignoring the market conditions, supply and demand and all that stuff, it's a better time to rent your home, when people are moving, and people are generally moving in the summertime and, with school schedules. So like I said, October, that's probably the lower part of the year that it's a great time. Now to give my own objection to that, at any part of the year, it's still a great time. It's how great.
Are you debating yourself right now?
I don't know. You didn't jump in and help me with that. So yeah.
Well, you were doing such a good job debating yourself. I just figured I'd let you roll with it. So I guess, I don't, so you're right. So seasonal changes and stuff are definitely play an impact. But I think when somebody's thinking about this, they ought to disregard that for the most part.
Yes.
Right? Because those are really short seasons in the year. And they're not consistently at the same time of year. And there's so many things that affect those seasonal changes that I don't think that's something you can plan for. I think this is a bigger picture discussion. I think if you ask that question to you and I, that we would give you kind of a over the forest kind of answers, and we would say it's always a good time, right? And I think we start there with reminding people that building wealth with real estate and maintaining all the real estate that you have, right? Keeping it, not letting go of it, and allowing it to build wealth for yourself is always a good idea. And then if we bring that discussion into the microcosm of here and now, which is really what people are asking when they ask that question, then what's our answer, Kyle?
It's a great time to rent your home because rent rates are only going up. Demand is only going up. People are buying homes less, whether it's market conditions or just, generational changes. Even this high demand sales market we have and high and low supply means when people can't go buy a house, what do?
They're renting.
They're renting. What do all the people that were already renting do?
They're renting.
And they're moving around. And because rent rates are going up, so they're moving around. So it's all causing a big demand.
We have a new real estate term, Kyle. You want to hear it?
Go ahead.
It's called buyer fatigue.
Buyer fatigue.
You know what people who have buyer fatigue do?
They go rent.
And
wait for a new market after a year lease.
Yep.
So we've rented to a lot of people like that lately, actually.
Yes, sir, we have. Yes, sir. So, yeah, you're right. And there's a whole bunch of reasons, and we can sit here and list a whole bunch of reasons, right? We talked about it beforehand. We got 2 generations of people that are coming back that maybe during COVID they went home and they're coming back into the marketplace and setting up their own households. I mean, it seems like people are flooding into, whether it's renting or buying, they're flooding into the housing market. There is a huge need and demand for housing, especially in our market here. Our market in the Dallas-Fort Worth area is probably even hotter than all the other markets. I mean, right now they're all hot, but this one is just even hotter than normal.
Well, one of the reasons that we all know that people are looking for more square footage than they used to be on average, right?
Yep.
And, that's a big part from the work at home culture and all that stuff. But it's just another thing that's got people moving around. And whether it's, moving up, moving down, all this moving around and and the normal demand in the market, it just skyrockets demand for rentals.
Yeah, to your point, Kyle, I think people would be surprised on what you can rent in this market as far as what kind of products, right? We have been surprised in our experience on how you can rent a large lot, right? A large home on a large lot, or a trailer home on an acre, or a brand new home, right? And get like way more than market, right? And I think as we do this, we've been surprised on what the market tells us we can do, even for the different products, right? I think that kind of goes along with this. It's like, we don't know what kind of home this person has that's thinking about, hey, can I do this? It really doesn't matter. Everything is renting at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we could rent a cardboard box. We really tried. So. I'm looking for a permit for my cardboard box, but once I get that, so
got it. You think the city's giving that out for spots underneath the bridge?
Hey, they might. You never know. $100 a month. But yeah, that's the market conditions. It's what they feel like in at least in a microcosm like this. That's what they feel like when you get such demand and low supply, and then I was talking about moving around. That whole dynamic then prices people out, and then they need to move and move down while other people are moving up, and the whole demand drags up market prices, right? So, but it's an uptrend, in any market, it's an uptrend. Rent rates in general do not go down, and if they do, it's not for significant periods of time at all.
That's right.
So, is it a good time to rent? Yes, because now, buy low, sell high. It works in all investing.
Yeah.
You rent now, it'll be higher later. So,
and the way things are going up in the microcosm of today, right? And just looking at today only, man, I would definitely want to be in that position to have to make that decision right now. Should I rent or not? Heck yes. Like, keep that thing at least for the next couple, 2-3 years while things are going crazy. And when it kind of mellows out a little bit and gets a little bit more normal, then sell then. But why not take advantage of what's happening right now?
Especially if you've owned the home for a long time.
Yeah.
And, your monthly cost on it your rent rate will far exceed your monthly cost. It's just some nice cash flow that you can hold on to for now, and then maybe consider selling later if you ever do. If you've been listening to us long enough, we suggest you don't do that, but I want to cut the tree off. But.
Yeah, I like it. The tree of wealth. Don't stop that growth, right? The experts are saying 2025 is when kind of nationwide we get to a neutral point where we catch up on supply and demand a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think most of us believe that's probably going to go even longer here in Dallas-Fort Worth, but we have other economic conditions that are going to affect all that and change all that between now and then anyways, 'cause we have so much stuff going on right now. We really, my crystal ball broke. Is yours working, Kyle?
No, it's not. It's not working right now.
It's
but
not?
That's the point.
Right.
We
I was
don't.
hoping you could
We don't
break
try
it
to
out.
operate on crystal balls. You operate on market conditions and statistics,
That's
right? And
That's
statistically,
exactly right.
in any market, it's going to be higher 10 years from now,
That's
5 years
exactly
from
right.
now.
So is it a good time to rent?
It is always a good time to rent.
I love that answer. It
At-
always is.
11:36 or whatever day this is, it's a great time to rent.
It's an especially good time to rent right now, isn't
It will,
in
and
2022.
at noon, it'll be even better time to rent. Because time flies fast. So.
All right. We've gone to comedy hour now.
Thank everybody for tuning in to this week's episode of We Are TPM. If you enjoyed anything we talk about, if you want to know if it's a good time to rent or when the bad times to rent are, which never, give us a call at 817-818-9039. Shoot us an email at showmethemoney@wearetpm.com. We'd be happy to talk to you and podcast with you if you want to come ask some questions. Why not try it? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Kyle Teixeira out.
Peace out.